So if you guys haven't heard about it, PewDiePie got hit with some fake news, which happened to me as well. And so today I'm going to be reacting and going through this video that PewDiePie uploaded. And I just want to say, good work PewDiePie for standing up to the fake news media.
PewDiePie is teaching his audience that women are asking for it.
So in this article, Vice News talked about PewDiePie, and they insinuated in some parts promoting harassment of women, which is just not true in any way, shape or form. So PewDiePie decided to make a video and react to it and try to explain to people that that's definitely not what his intention was.
Yes, remember that video? Everyone remembers that video, right? Remember when PewDiePie said that?
So Alinity, the lady that we're talking about, she was watching a live stream of PewDiePie's video that he uploaded about 3 weeks ago now, where Alinity was in the video for about 4 seconds in, say, a 10-minute video, and she wanted to copyright strike PewDiePie. This is a little bit of background of what happened. And what happens there is the company that Alinity is associated with can actually take all of the ad revenue from PewDiePie's video, which is just totally wrong, and for being in the video for only 4 seconds is totally wrong as well. And she got a huge backlash from the entire YouTube community and everybody on social media as well. PewDiePie took down the video, re-uploaded the video, and she got a massive backlash of hate. PewDiePie made a video talking about it as well, and he didn't really want her to get too much hate. He was being very professional the way he approached this problem.
Thank you, Vice, for your journalistic integrity.
I think I should just quickly try to explain copyright laws to you guys. So one example would be when you watch, say, TV and there'll be a movie critic. They'll show a little clip of the actual movie and then they'll critique it. They'll give it, say, a rating out of 5 stars or something like that. That is using copyright law because they actually use a real clip of the actual movie, and they cannot be sued by the owner of the movie or the director of the movie because they're using it to critique it. This is copyright law. So we also use this in YouTube. So you can use a little bit of someone's footage from one of their videos as long as you critique it, the same as kind of like a movie critic that you see on TV all the time. So PewDiePie did that, and he only put her in this video for 4 seconds. Yet there's this little tiny, some companies have the power to actually take the ad revenue from your entire video, and a PewDiePie video would get $4,000, maybe more, per video. So that's a lot of money to effectively steal from PewDiePie, which is just totally unfair. So that's the basis of this entire story. So at the end of that, Alinity, the lady who wanted to copyright strike PewDiePie, got a lot of hate, and then Vice News decided to make this fake news article about him. So that's where we are today.
The whole article is basically just straw men arguing me while completely ignoring any faults of the other party. Then later on in the article, they call me out for taking things out of context. Like, you can't make this stuff up.
So I wanted to say good work PewDiePie for standing up to yourself against the mainstream media. And the second point I would like to make is the fact that the mainstream media is not quite in touch with the rest of the world. And what I mean is they don't quite understand what's really going on in the world. So Vice, they put out this article, but they didn't actually look at any of what the rest of the community, what the rest of the world thought of this Alinity versus PewDiePie ordeal drama that went down. Everybody was 100% on PewDiePie's side because he had done nothing wrong, and everybody who is a creator on YouTube and everybody that is involved with social media understands that if you create something, it's yours. Nobody has the right to steal the money or the ad revenue created by your own artwork. And PewDiePie created this piece of art, and this one lady opportunistically tried to steal his money, and which is totally wrong. And if Vice News had have done even 2 seconds of research, they would have been aware that everybody was on PewDiePie's side. She was totally in the wrong, and they wouldn't have written this article attacking PewDiePie. Now, I think this is a very common mistake that I've noticed happening throughout the mainstream media, which is making the mainstream media almost obsolete these days. If you look online where the real data is, social media is where the real data is, what the real people think. So I think what Vice did also highlighted a major problem with the mainstream media. They don't really do the research, and they're not quite aware of their own market. As PewDiePie says,
Vice, that's right, Vice, the self-proclaimed coolest magazine in the world. The head of Vice quoted, "They understand how millennials think. What content millennials want."
They think that they are the voice of the new millennial generation, but really they're not quite aware of what the millennials want or are actually doing online, because they could have spent 2 seconds and done that research and got the data and got the analytics and figured out exactly what people were actually thinking. So this highlights a massive problem with the mainstream media and how they try to push a narrative. Another screw up from the mainstream media, another attack on a social media influencer by the mainstream media, the old mainstream, obsolete mainstream media. And this is starting to become more common, and I think it's just too much. The mainstream media is just, they're shooting themselves in the foot these days. But good work, PewDiePie, for standing up for yourself and fighting back, putting out a response video to Vice News. Myself, I wouldn't have been aware of how biased Vice was. Good work, PewDiePie, for not only exposing the fake news, but exposing Vice as well. So if you like this video, make sure you click the subscribe button and make sure you click the bell icon so you don't miss out on anything. I'm reporting from my hospital bed, so the quality of these videos won't be too good these days, but that's what you got to deal with.
Thank you for not just understanding how millennials think, but also what they want.